Okay, so I came up with a couple mods on the Smittybilt XL, model number 2883. Sorry, there's a helicopter going overhead. I'll probably go ahead and re-record this. Number one is a really cool piece of information that I found out today, and that is that the mattress in the Smittybilt XL rooftop tent is actually larger than a California King mattress. I ordered a mattress pad for a California King, and the original mattress for the Smittybilt XL rooftop tent is actually about 6 inches to 8 inches longer than the California King mattress. I do have some photos that I'm going to show you guys. And so here you can see the actual size of the Smittybilt XL tent. I've had it for about 3 years now, and I finally decided to go ahead and add some pad to the actual mattress. Let me just get this here and I'll show it to you guys. So I tried to get something pretty thin to make sure that it fits in there and make sure that it'll actually fold up with the tent, which we're going to try next. This thread is just from the cover. It's not spider webs. But you can see the original here, and then this is some gel memory foam that I added. I've laid down in it. It feels pretty nice, so I'm excited to try it out in the field. It's going to be pretty cool. And for those of you who haven't seen the inside one of these Smittybilts here, this is kind of what it looks like. I've enjoyed it. I love it. The kids love it. So when I bought this tent, I don't know, it was probably 3 years ago. I bought it off of Amazon, but I believe the shop is right here in Southern California. I've ordered some parts from the folks here in, I want to say it's in Compton, California, in the United States, and they've been very quick with their delivery of parts. The only thing I've had to order is the straps that hold the actual cover, the straps that go over the actual cover to keep it from blowing up in the wind as you're driving down the highway. Those start to fray, but they've given me several, actually 2 sets for free. So that was a really nice feature. But getting back to 3 years ago when I bought this, you know, I was kind of researching rooftop tents, and there's some out there that are, you know, hard tops, and some of them go for $3,000 to $4,000, you know, like the Sky Camp and some of those other high-end rooftop tents. And I do like the hard shell idea, but the economics and the pricing is just outrageous for me. It was just way too much for me. So I kind of started researching it and basically found this huge tent on sale at the right time. I believe it was right around $850. So you know, you kind of question, for that price, you kind of question the quality. I imagine that the higher end tents probably have better quality, but this one so far has not really needed anything other than those straps over the cover until recently. Recently I had to replace the screws that hold the brackets on for I guess the hangover portion of the tent. There's a portion that hangs over the entrance to the tent, which gives you a little bit more privacy, which is nice. But the brackets that hold the pipe that holds that out are held in with these little tiny screws, which are super cheap, and they're screwed into plastic. They're screwed into the plastic corners, and I have photos to show you on that. So what I did is just basically drilled all the way through the actual plastic corners and used cap nuts with bolts or machine screws that go all the way through. And actually I'll go ahead and show you a video of that now. And so here's the cap nuts that I used. There's the bracket that comes loose, and you can see those two screws there. You know, those are probably, the original screws are probably only 1/2 inch long, and they're basically wood screws that go into plastic. And as you can see, I drilled all the way through, which actually goes through the honeycomb metal, aluminum there, and tighten those up real tight. And then I replaced this bolt here, which normally I think is like a 1/4 inch, but you can put a 3/8 in there, and then I used another cap nut there. Right, you always want to use cap nuts to make sure nobody gets cut and you're not cutting the fabric. You know, nuts and bolts tend to have sharp edges, so those cap nuts are really good to use there. And then I did the same thing over on this side with the machine screws all the way through with the cap nuts on the end, and then of course the 3/8 to hold this in with a cap nut here. And this piece of aluminum pipe, which is basically a glorified piece of conduit, but instead of normal electrical conduit, it's aluminum. So with those two brackets done, I think my tent is in very good condition. And then of course I put the extra pad in here, and you can kind of see it's wanting to fold up a little bit. So I'm hoping that when I fold the tent up, we don't have any issues. But you can see the original mattress comes to here, and then the California King, I don't know, mattress pad or memory foam mattress pad comes to here. So you can see how much bigger this tent is than an actual California King. So I didn't realize it was so big until I actually put this pad in, which was very, very surprising. But so far it's been a great tent. I've had it on many trips, and I used to have it on the back of my truck, and now I have it on the trailer, so that I can leave the tent, basically leave the tent kind of as a base camp, and then take the truck and, you know, go do some off-road and some floor buying and some exploring, and without having to take the tent with you, or without having to take the base camp with you. Now with this trailer that I bought for an amazing price, I can take it with me, and that's not a problem either. So a lot of fun, and I'm excited to get up to the High Sierras here in the middle of July. I could probably leave a link to the an Amazon link to the so you guys can take a look at the Smittybilt XL 2883. I don't know, I think in the description below or something like that. I'm kind of new to this YouTube deal. But yeah, so far I really love this tent. It's been a lot of fun. To be honest, I think my kids love it more than I do. Of course, they're not the ones doing all the work, right? All right, those are my modifications for the Smittybilt XL rooftop tent, model number 2883. Thanks, guys. Happy camping. Okay, guys, even with the added memory foam mattress, I had absolutely no problem closing it down all the way. So that thin memory foam mattress is really going to make a difference when I sleep, and not an issue when it comes to room when you're closing down the tent. So very happy.